Hello my students in 7th grade, how are you? In this video we will do exercises page 50 workbook. In the previous video we talked about the suffix 8 and we said that it makes a word into adjective, noun or verb. And we learned about the silent C when it comes after the letter S in some words. Now here in exercise number 1, let's read it. Complete the sentences with the verbs and adjectives in the box. Make changes to the verbs as necessary. Here we have some words in the box that end with the suffix 8 and we have just verbs and adjectives. We don't have nouns here. Let's read them together, then sort them into adjectives and verbs, then to put them in the suitable point from 1 to 10. Let's start. Motivate, and it's a verb. Delicate, an adjective. Separate, we said in the pupil's book that it may come as an adjective or as a verb. Chocolate, here it's an adjective. It may be a noun sometimes, but here we just have verbs and adjectives as the exercise said. Intricate, adjective. Fortunate, اللي هي برضو adjective, that means lucky. Concentrate, a verb, to pay attention to something. Educate, verb. Insulate, verb. And separate also is a verb. Celebrate, verb. Fascinate, verb. Illustrate is a verb too. Now sorting them into adjectives and verbs may help us in putting them in the suitable blanks here according to their location inside the sentence. Let's start with point number 1. A butterfly's wings are thin, and here we have an adjective thin, then and, so we will have another adjective here in describing the butterfly's wings. شو بنوصفهم؟ حكينا إنهم thin. شو في عنا adjective is similar to thin or close to it. عنا delicate. Delicate means easy to damage or break, و thin اللي هي نحيف وقابل للكسر. butterfly's wings, أجنحة الفراشة. Number 2, the teacher, Anna and Millie, because they wouldn't stop talking in the classroom. We have 2 students, Anna and Millie. They keep talking, so the teacher, what would she do? She will separate them. Here we put D to the verbs separate because it's in the past simple. So the teacher separated them. Let's, here we will have after let's a verb like this. Here we have subject then verb. Let's, we will have a verb after it. Let's your birthday. What would come with the word birthday from these words? We will have the word celebrate. Celebrate a birthday, يحتفل بعيد الميلاد. With a big cake. What would come with a cake? Describing a cake. Of these adjectives we will have to choose an adjective that describes a cake. وعنا ممكن chocolate cake. Okay, it's the most suitable one for describing a cake. Number 4, she told them to sit tables. Here we went back to the teacher, I think, and Anna with Millie. We used the verb separated here and we can حكينا use it as an adjective also. separate here came as an adjective. قعدتهم في طاولات منفصلة as adjective separate here. أما here it was a verb. Number 5, Ben is because he can very well and always finishes his homework. Who is the person who always finishes his homework? What adjective can we describe him with? We can describe him with a fortunate person, lucky person, شخص محظوظ اللي دايما بيخلص واجباته بسرعة مثلا. And why does he always finish his homework? Because he concentrate very well. إنه بيركز كتير بشكل جيد، فعشان هيك he finishes his homework. 6, please. We will have a verb here after please. Please your project with some good pictures. What would we use pictures for a project? We will use pictures, for example, to illustrate the project. عشان نوضح البروجكت أكتر هنستخدم good pictures. 7, nowadays most children are in schools. The schools, we will have a word that is related to schools. Educated is the most suitable word or close word to the word schools. الكلمة المناسبة لكلمة المدارس هي educated، مثقف أو يتعلم أو يثقف في المدارس، فهي the children are educated. هون إجا الverb، عندنا verb 3 لأنه passive voice، فعملنا verb 3 وضفنا دي للverb 1 أو الانفينيتيف verb. Number 8, the polar bears fur it from the cold. And this sentence came in the last semester in unit maybe number 4 or number 3, I don't remember. The polar bear, do you remember the polar bear's fur? What does it do to the bear? It insulates it from the cold. بتعزله من البرد، بتحميه من البرد. 9, the class was by the lesson and they wanted to start their project straight away. شو عمل اللسن بالكلاس؟ motivated them، حفزهم. فهون الكلاس was motivated، برضو هون motivated هي verb 3 لأنه passive، بعدين إجا هون المين subject إجا بعد by lesson، فهون object was verb 3 by lesson they or it was motivated by the lesson. The class was motivated by the lesson. Number 10, Nina was by the colorful silk and its patterns. The silk always fascinates us, right? We will use the verb fascinated here. Also we have passive voice sentence. Nina was fascinated by what? By the colorful silk and its what patterns. How would we describe the patterns? With intricate معقد. So we use the adjective intricate. Now in exercise 2 we will know a new nice information. Let's read it together. You read this word in unit 1 and learned how to add the shin or tion suffix to make it into a noun. So in unit 1, do you remember? We learned the suffix shin, and we said when we add this suffix to a word it makes it into a noun. لما تنضاف الشين على كلمة بتصير هالكلمة noun. Let's have an example. Motivation, motivate. We added shin to it, so it became motivation. Motivate verb يحفز، motivation تحفيز اللي هي noun. طيب, the information we will learn here that any verb that ends with it، الأفعال بتنتهي ب8، الnoun تبعها ends with shin. إذن the verb that has the suffix it, its noun has the suffix shin. إذا الفعل بينتهي ب8 الاسم تبعه من هذا الفعل حيكون بينتهي بشن. motivate, motivation. So all the verbs in exercise number 1 اللي احنا اخذناهم هون مالهم rewrite the verb. All the verbs in exercise number 1 follow the same pattern and can be made into nouns by adding shin. نفس الشيء بكل الverbs اللي فوق اللي أخذناهم that end with the suffix it بيتبعوا نفس النمط هذا. We can add shin to them to make them noun. كل اسم كل فعل بينتهي بإيت الاسم تبعه بينتهي بشن. In 3 we will rewrite the verbs from exercise number 1 to make nouns. نرجع نكتب الverbs تبع exercise 1 عشان نعملهم nouns. What will we add? We will add shin. Check the spelling in your dictionary. So we have the verb illustrate. We will omit the letter E, then add ION. The T is original in the word, so we add ION. Illustrate, illustration. 2. Concentrate, concentration. The same case. Celebrate, separate, separation. برضو we omitted E and added ION. Celebrate, celebration. 5. Educate, education. Fascinate, fascination. And here we have the rule of C after S. It will be silent. Fascination. Fascinate, fascination. 7. Insulate, insulation. So this is the rule that we will make the noun from the verb that ends with it. We will add shin to it in the noun. 4. Spelling. Write the C in each of these words. Write the complete word. Here it's very easy. We just will add the C letter or letter C after the S and it will be silent. Descend, scissors, science, ascend, scent and crescent. Just write the letter C and rewrite the word under it. In exercise number 5, I will give it to you as a homework. Please choose 3 words of these words and use them in sentences of your own. Thank you.